Am I the a-hole for telling my dad and extended family I want to be more than dad's mistake he made after his wife died? I 18 male was raised by my dad on his own. My mom didn't want to raise me, and she still doesn't want a relationship, and yes, I reached out to find out. Her family doesn't even care. My dad was widowed for about 2 years when he and my mom had a fling, and I was the result. My dad had 2 kids from his marriage. They were 11 and 9 when I was born, and they hated the situation. I get it. They'd only lost their mom 3-ish years before, but they took it out on me. They always said I was a mistake dad made, and that they couldn't believe he'd have a kid with someone who wasn't their mom. The oldest expressed a lot of disgust toward me for my existence. I was 9 the last time I had regular contact with them. Not because they moved out. They had moved out 2 years prior to that, but they stopped coming around as much. But they never softened toward me, either of them. The younger of the two didn't express as much disgust directly about me, but at the situation overall, and they still wanted me to know they saw me as a mistake and something that should never have happened. I was repeatedly told I would never be their sibling, that they had each other and dad might not want me to be raped and beaten in foster care, but they sure as hell didn't care, and that if dad died I would be going there. And to them, it didn't matter what happened to me. My dad knew how things were between me and his older kids. I always got the sense that even though he raised me and he provided for me the same as his older kids, that maybe he felt the same way as them, that he regretted that I existed. He never dated again. He still wears his wedding ring, or maybe started wearing it again. And there were photos of his wife all over the house. Their wedding photos and family photos. I couldn't look at them or my half-siblings would get all mad, and they'd say my existence was disrespecting their mom's memory, and I didn't deserve to look at her. My dad would tell me how much he loved and missed her and how he wished he could have made an even bigger family with her. That without her things felt wrong. Which maybe he wasn't talking about me exactly, but given the sentiment, I don't think I'm that wrong. But he let me do any activities I wanted, and on the outside I'm sure he looked like an amazing dad by keeping up with my school and getting me help when I struggled, and including me even when his other kids didn't want me included. The emotional stuff is where I think the biggest problem came, and for such a long time I felt like a mistake. My whole being felt like I was just the mistake dad made after his wife died. Then I started dating my girlfriend 2 years ago, and her family were super amazing to me. They took an interest in me and wanted to know about my family life. One of her siblings knew my half-siblings and admitted they never knew they had a younger sibling, and I confided in my girlfriend's family, and they were disgusted, and her parents have spent over a year telling me over and over that I deserved better and never deserve to be told and treated like I'm a mistake, that dad's actions are not my fault. It's been nice and gave me a boost of confidence when I needed it. My girlfriend has met dad, and she's picked up on how different he is with me versus my half-siblings, and how he does act like he regrets having me. Like me, she can see he provided for me physically, but she said it felt so cold, and I guess that's how I felt. I turned 18 a couple of months ago, and I moved in with my girlfriend and her family, so I could finish high school somewhere less cold. Because it was so close to Christmas when I moved in, it was a controversial move. My extended family told me leaving dad before Christmas to have an empty nest was cold, and when I chose to spend Christmas with my girlfriend and her family, my extended family accused me of lacking appreciation for everything my real family had done for me. My dad didn't say anything until a week ago when he asked me why I was arguing with his family. He told me he didn't think I should disrespect my grandparents or aunts and uncles like that. I ended up asking to see them all in one place, and I went to my grandparents' house on Friday, where I basically opened up about everything and told them I was tired of being made feel like a mistake. I said I want to be more than my dad's mistake after his wife died, and my girlfriend and her family give me that. They treat me like I'm more than that. The response: my dad's allowed to grieve, and he never said anything like that to me. I was also told I should know better than to take the words of grieving children to heart. When I pointed out they're adults now and still hold those feelings, I was told that wasn't what they meant, and I should know that. There's a lot of general unhappiness about what I said, and I know they think badly of me for speaking up about what I did. Am I the a-hole for it?